question that I get emailed often or is commented on older videos, and certainly something that came up a lot during one-on-one coaching calls, was the subject of incorporating more STEM related education activities. Perhaps they live in a state that has very particular requirements, and so they had to fulfill that, or they, as a parent, they just were very passionate about this. Maybe they were in the STEM field and they really wanted to do everything that they could to prepare their kids, their students, post-graduation in these disciplines, right? Maybe they're interested in engineering, mathematics, or coding, something like that. So what could they do? But really important, what could they do? What could we do as parents that is sustainable, right? That's not going to create burnout, that is enjoyable for the parents and for the kids. In many cases, that can be affordable. Maybe a lot of homeschooling families are on one income, so that's really important. And just keeping in mind the seasons of life. If you have maybe babies and toddlers at home, or you're sharing one car, maybe it's not always feasible to go out and do things or commit to a co-op or something like that. So in this video, I want to give you some resources, some solutions. First of all, some reasons why you might want to consider adding something like this, especially if you need to pick some electives. This would be great for that. And going over some ways that you could do it very, again, easy, sustainable, affordable, enjoyable, from your home even, to taking advantage of free resources, things that are affordable. So I'm going to cover all of that in this video. So let's get started. Hi there, my name is Karen, and if you're new here, welcome. I like to help families achieve sustainable and enjoyable homeschooling. So that's kind of the focus here in this video. So let's start off with what exactly is STEM, right? Science, technology, engineering, mathematics. And in case you are more of a creative person and you think, ooh, this just not my thing, keep in mind that designing jewelry, yes, is actually part of one of the programs of what I'm going to talk to you about when it comes to CAD, computer aided design. So yes, even things like interior design or creating jewelry, that is STEM related as well. So some of the reasons why you might consider adding something like this if you have the bandwidth is because, one, it teaches them problem solving skills, not just in school, right, in particular, but just big picture life in general. It's going to help them think in that quantitative way, and again, just helping them with problem solving skills. So that's one great reason. Number two is that it helps them be a little bit more future ready. And what I mean by that is that it exposes them to possible careers. A lot of kids don't really know maybe what they want to do in the future. And so by exposing them and giving them this experience with these disciplines, it kind of puts things on their map. They're aware of them, and then looking into more resources or programs post-graduation. So you never know, they might get really excited about interior design or architecture, engineering. And so this is one way to kind of bring it to their attention. And number three, kind of to what I alluded to earlier, it really does help them with creativity. We're sort of losing that a little bit with technology in a way. It's like that double-edged sword where it can sort of dull our creativity. We are trying to constantly avoid being bored, right? However, you can funnel that technology and internet access in a way that can help kids foster their creativity. Again, they're, yes, problem solving, but they're also creating things. It's all about exploring and inventing. So now let's jump into some ways that you can incorporate this, again, keeping in mind being sustainable, being enjoyable for the parents and the kids, and being affordable, right? So number one, just kind of easing into it, you can just go on a nature walk. That's it, just a nature walk, observing nature, science, asking questions, maybe keeping a little science journal of their observations. And now that the weather's finally getting cooler, it's the perfect time for that. But I understand, especially keeping in mind different seasons of life. If you have babies, you have toddlers, you're sharing a car, going out to the nature trails might not be very easy for you. But even just walking around the neighborhood, your local park, you can still observe a lot there as well. Number two is doing just simple things at home, such as creating a volcano or exploring physics by making your own pendulum, right? There are different things that you can do just from home, looking up YouTube videos. But I understand I'm this way. Like, I'm not a crafty mom, researching those things, looking it up, getting all the materials together and making a mess. It's not really my thing. I understand, right? So that's why number 3 is you can also take advantage of something just like going to the library, and they usually have STEM classes there. Every library that I lived near had some sort of STEM program, whether it was once a month or a weekly class. Unfortunately, the one at ours, it's on a Wednesday and we go to church on Wednesday, so that's not really an option for us. But check out your local library. And what I love is that it's your tax dollars at work. They get all the materials, they're teaching the kids, they're making the mess, and they're cleaning it up there. So that is a win-win. Now, number 4, let's talk about something that you could do from home, because again, I understand sometimes just getting out of the house or committing to a year-long co-op, like it's just not really feasible. So something that you could do from home that is really cool, I recently learned about, was Kids Can CAD, kidscancad.com. CAD stands for computer aided design. And I know I've seen those 3D printers, I've seen them around, but I've never really researched it or looked into it. And it's really cool. And again, you can even design jewelry. Did you know that you could do that with the 3D printers? That's pretty cool. So the way it works with Kids Can, I love that title, is there's a homeschooling course. There's one for homeschooling parents, and then there's one for co-op. Now, the one for the parents, you can actually use that one account to use it with the whole family. The whole family's just logging into that one account, and they can watch all the videos, go through the curriculum. It's 16 weeks of guided videos. So this is really great for busy parents who maybe, number 1, you're not familiar with this at all. It's okay. The videos do all the teaching. You can sit there with them and learn alongside with them, or you can kind of take a breather. I'm always a fan of like electives and things that kids could just do independently on their own. They can watch the videos, they can learn, and it takes them through the whole process, right, of learning the basics and creating their own designs. Now, you only need a internet connection, a laptop, and a mouse, and that's it. Now, a 3D printer is recommended, but it's not necessary for the course. And actually, again, you might want to check with your own library, because I've seen at some of mine, they have a 3D printer there that you can just reserve a time to go and use. So I think that's pretty cool. That's another way you could do this. Again, really affordable, taking that next step. They also have summer camps, half a day, full day, and the last day of the camp, they have a competition with their designs. So that's pretty cool. And if you live in a state where you have to put some sort of curriculum for science or an elective, something like that, this program would be perfect for that. And it's not expensive, it's not time consuming, it's not going to create burnout, and it doesn't require a heavy commitment like a lot of classes and co-ops do. And you could do it from the comfort of your own home, and you don't have to go out and buy a ton of supplies. That for me is a win-win-win. Now, I will go ahead and leave an affiliate link in the description in the comments down below. If you click on it, it really does help to support our house, so I would really appreciate it. And I'd love to hear from you, your thoughts on the program, and what did your kids create? All right, and last but not least, let's talk about coding, because this is another one that I hear parents talk about often, is they want their kids to learn coding. So my favorite way to go about this, that is free, is to use ChatGPT. Now, I created a whole course called How to Homeschool for Free with ChatGPT. And in it, I show you how to prompt it to get the best result so that it can teach you how to code. And you could tell it what language you want to learn. You only need a free OpenAI account, and it will tell you what text editors or whatever it is that you need to download. You can ask it for a free one. It'll give you a free one, and it'll jump right into it. It'll give you a lesson plan, and you just say, go ahead, let's pick it up, go to the next lesson. And that's my favorite way, because unlike courses or even YouTube videos or anything like that, you can interact with this. So if you need more clarification on something you don't understand, you can prompt it to help you to clear it up, give you more information. Now, just sharing some final thoughts with you here, things to keep in mind is that, technology moves fast. For example, the, job title that I have did not exist when I went to college. Like, it wasn't a thing at all. And you think about maybe some of these older programming languages, I guess what I'm trying to say here is that focus on that, like problem solving skills, creativity, um, good work ethic, good study habits. All of that I think is really like the best way to prepare them for whatever comes in the future. Look at the Robinson kids too. Yes, they were doing this sort of, minimalistic curriculum, but they also got their radio ham operator licenses, So you were doing this more minimal, intentional homeschooling to then open up some pockets of time, right? Free you up a little bit to explore the things that they're interested in. And sort of my goal for this video is to share with you ways how, yes, you can encourage their interests and provide them with opportunities, expose them to other possible careers that maybe they weren't thinking about, again, in a very like sustainable, affordable, non-burnout, way. And so I would just say, try something like that first. Try something that you can dip your toes in from home at first. I always want to help parents just empower themselves when it comes to their kids' education, not feel like, well, I have these limitations, or I don't have a car, or I don't have the funds, so I can't do this. There are ways around all of that. And so that's my goal for this video, to share with you some of those ways, thinking outside the box. There's still plenty that you could do from home with an internet connection. It's really amazing. All right, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful. Now, if you like this sort of content, I think you would really like this video, but YouTube's algorithm thinks you would like this video instead. So whichever one you choose, I will see you there. Bye for now.